Good day, crafty chums. It's Nikki here, aka Carson Cat, aka Carson Cat's Life, and it's freezing cold here in New Zealand, and I've got extra clothing on, so I've had to put my dressing gown over my clothes because it's so cold in the room. But never mind, we'll get over that, eh? Right, I just finished my I was going to say get rid of. I'm just going to finish my chat with Eileen, and she just popped into chat there, so I could turn my phone off. So there we go. Hi Eileen, hi Aristi, and you'll have to tell me if only sound, is it? I was going to say you'll have to tell me if it's not working. Let's have a look. Is it really only sound? Oh yeah. Well. Looks like it's only sound, doesn't it? I've got to get through the ad first. And it won't let me turn off the sound. There you go. Yeah, still, is it not going to come? No, right, okay. Looks like I'm going to have to come out the stream and go back in, so hang on a second. I will go out of the stream and come back in again. Can you see me now? I hear nothing, just come back in, okay. Do you see me now? Do you see me now? I came back in, went back out. Do you see me now? Yes, yay! See? Go back in and come back. Go out and come back in. I was probably hanging around too long waiting to go live is probably what it was. Yeah, so I'm just saying it's cold here, so I've got my extra layers on for warmth. But anyway, so today's an index art card, and see if we can warm the hands up to get going. So I thought I'd just do a little bit of a playing around, sort of like a watery colour one today. Let's see. Yeah, your fault, Eileen. Chat. I tell you, you can't stop her once she starts. Oh man. So that's my one that's fluffed up at the end. I've got a fluffed up brush where I haven't been taking care of them, and do you know what I've been doing? What I've been doing is I've been leaving my stuff in the water again. It's no good, is it? Leaving your paintbrushes in the water. Very naughty. Doesn't do them one bit of good. And I promised I wouldn't do that. Never mind. So I'm just going to put a bit of colour on here. My cat starts howling. It's because he's been outside today and he wants to go back outside, but it's freezing cold and it is wet, so I don't want to let him out again. Yeah, I actually have 5 lying around somewhere. Aristi says they're cheaper on AliExpress, but I've actually got more than 2. I've got 3. I've got 3 on the desk with me here, but yeah, it's just finding them when you want to go live. That's usually the problem, isn't it? You have a new kitten. Oh, he's back with you. Do you have a name for him yet? Eileen has a new kitten, folks. Her hubby rescued it from a dumpster. And then tell us his impossible name. All right, no, name it. Rescue Packer. Rescue Packer. Rescue Packer. Rescue Packer. I thought you would call him Dumpster or something. It looks to me like Eileen's saying Rescue Packer, but I'm not quite sure on that. I'd call him Dumpster because he's Dumpster Cat. Or Top Cat. Top Cat Dooroo. Reese. Resk, like Reese. Reese. Resk, like Reese. I like a rescue. Rescue? No. Reese, Reese for recycle. Okay. Should have called him Top Cat because Top Cat used to live in the bin. The Officer Dibble or whatever his name was. Top Cat. Yeah, I love that program. Cartoon, whatever it was. Yeah. I never asked you, did you have to like crawl inside to get him out? I don't know if people could dump cats. Actually, it's like, well, it never occurred to you like the. Oh, hi Debbie. Oh, do they actually have a camera that looks inside the truck or so? The inside the, I don't know what they call it, the truck bit on the back. Yeah. Oh wow. I never realised that. Who knew? I never knew that. Oh, I never knew that. Interesting. Right, I don't know whether my hands are going to be warm enough today, but I am actually going to try and draw. So, let's see. Let's see if I can produce anything that looks like anything. Cold hands, it's really cold. So, I don't know. May or may not. So we'll do a little mermaid, sweet, because I made her a nice little bluey background thing. So we'll do a little mermaid thing. Me and my mermaids. I know. Could make her go off the page slightly, I think. The hair always looks so nice, and when I'm underwater, mine doesn't look very nice. How to move? Yeah, they do safety. Yeah, like a like a child or something, I suppose. It's quite scary, isn't it? When you think about it. I'll try not to think about it. Okay. Risty said, "How do mermaids pee?" And Eileen says, "Like fish." I think you may be right. So I got my nice cup of coffee that horrifies Aristi because it's not black. Eileen takes her coffee black, Aristi. Give her a bit of a fuller figure. I like to draw my mermaids nice and sleek, like a nice sleek fish, you know, swimming along, bobbing along. I think, you know. And normally I'd give them quite muscly arms because, of course, they, you know, apart from the tail being muscly, they apparently, you know, they would have muscly arms too. If you think about it, I won't give her a crab claw hands though. Or maybe I will. We'll think about it. So now this oxide distress ink is dry. It's actually very smooth and silky to work on. It's really nice. I've said before I really like these oxide inks, and I do. I suppose I better like just try and get it off there before it stains my little board. Caffeine does not let calcium absorb. Cheers. Mary. Hi, Mary. Have you been on Monster binge watching live stream sessions again, Aristi? That's what I should have been doing last night because I didn't sleep last night. Oh man, that's horrifying, isn't it? No sleep. Should we get the pencils out? These are graphite tint pencils. So they're watercolor pencils, but they're sort of like all in a muted tone. And I quite like them. They're really, you know, quite nice to work with. So yeah, so I'll play with this, see what colours will come in. Otherwise I'll have to go to some other colours and see how I do. So you're just hanging out with me really today. So All right, Mary. So Eileen says she eats her green veggies to get her calcium, and Mary's having a chicken curry at the moment, which I absolutely love. Chicken curry. Oh, right, yeah. Risty's not asleep yet. It's 2 a.m. So you're going back to your old ways? I was thinking of you as I lay awake last night, and if it wasn't for the fact that my son was sleeping, I would have probably come on live. I didn't want to wake him up. Yeah, no idea what I did. Chicken pad thai last night. I like that. It's very nice. Made by myself, of course. My own fair little hands. Yeah, poor Aristy's got a chronic illness there, so it often keeps her awake and things. Sometimes it keeps her trapped indoors as well, which isn't good. Eileen had pizza. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do tonight though. No idea what I'm going to be eating. I haven't decided. I think this is going to be a simple mermaid today. Not sure I'm feeling up to doing lots more. I was just looking to see what the colour this one was. Ivy. Mary says it looks like an angel in the sky. Is that right? Mermaids are supposed. Risty says mermaids are supposed to wander the sea and ask ships if they've seen her brother. See, any time a woman is allowed on a ship is as a mermaid, as a figurehead or something, isn't it? On the prow of a ship, because women were considered bad luck on ships in the olden days. It was a myth put about by men to get away from their women folk at home. Hi, Julie. even though I looked out for mermaids when we were actually sailing across the Atlantic, I didn't see any. I tell you what, I did when we were sailing into Horta. No, it was when we were sailing out of Horta. I saw a whale, and he went flukes up, so the breaching of the tail. So I saw his tail go up. But when we were actually coming into Horta, the boat was surrounded by hundreds of dolphins. I kid you not. The whole sea was just bubbling with dolphins. It was an amazing sight. Really exciting. A sight I'll never forget as long as I live. Risty doesn't like them because they remind her of a woman trapped in a fish's body. Well, they're not really real. I hate to tell you this. Not really real. And I suppose fairies remind you of a woman's body trapped in with flies' wings or something. You have no romance in your soul, Risty. When we were sailing into Bermuda, I was looking all the while for messages in bottles. And it's amazing how many messages in bottles you see bobbing along the sea as you're sailing along. It's quite astonishing, really. You're thinking, wow, so funny. And of course, on overcast days, you don't see anything in the water. But on sunny days, when the water's quite still, you see lots and lots of things. And that's when the fish come and hide underneath your boat and that. So it's quite astonishing, really. And I suppose really that's given me my love of mermaids. Uh-oh, Eileen's got a very scary story. Very scary. A scary fairy story or a very scary story? We'll put some clothes on her. Sometimes I do naked mermaids, but not often. Naked and flat-chested mermaids, but not often. Just if I'm in the mood for it, I'll do it. You're not having a competition at you to see who can tell the scariest story. No scary stories. I'm just putting shading now. I would talk you through it, but honestly, I don't know what I'm doing. I just do it. It's cold here. I'm hoping you'll be able to start seeing her a bit more soon, as I add more colour and things on there. I actually like working in watercolour. It's probably because I feel that with the watercolour pencils and things, I have more control. I don't feel as in control when I'm using acrylics. No, they don't wear clothes. Have you worn clothes underwater? I'm just putting a top on her for the sake of censorship. Wouldn't want to offend anyone. Although I did do one the other day that was naked. Arista's asking me why she's wearing a bra top. That's for the sake of modesty and censorship. You know, you can be taken off Facebook pages and things if you have naked pictures of naked women and naked men. Even if it is art and pretend. Just working on her face now. I'm not unsure whether I'm just going to put in a full face or just a little shadowy face. I'll make that decision up as I go along. It might have been a bit too dark for what I want. So like leave you guessing. If her face looks blurred, that's because I'm just like not putting in a full face, I don't think. Obviously, you haven't read the guidelines on Facebook then when you put in groups, Aristi, about what material you're allowed to show and that. I don't make the rules. No, she's in Lycra because it's like it weighs less. And it's more streamlined for when you're swimming. Rusty said seashell for a bra. No, Lycra, man. Haven't you ever swum underwater? She'd have to be pretty fast to get away from those sharks and things, wouldn't she? I'm kidding. It's just make believe. Tell I've been doing mixed media with my blinking white Posca pen. It's coming out a bit grey and that. You know, if any of you've seen any of my mermaids, you know that I do. I have a little trademark for them. I've been doing them for quite a while now, haven't I? Shells, yep, see, she shells on the seashore. Shells would slow her down. I'd want her to be nice and fast. See, look, I thought I didn't cast nets. She says, wouldn't these shells clack as she was swimming? Like castanets. Not too fond of her face at the moment. We'll get on to that in a minute. I don't know, it's quite okay, I suppose, because it's got a lot that sort of like underwater, I can't really see clearly look, isn't it? Sort of like slightly blurred. That's the look you get underwater. Hi, Arlena and Becky. Thank you. I hope you're all well there in Chatland, apart from Aristi, who's been up all night so far. Same as me. Now this will be like watching paint dry because I'm just putting in fish scales at the moment. I remember that anecdote I was trying to tell on 2 days ago on the live stream when I couldn't remember. And it was to do with my cat. And when he jumps onto my bed, he comes running into the bedroom at a real fast sprint and then makes a leap at the bed. And I was at the bottom of the bed there, and I must have been stood in his spot because I had my back to the door and I was folding clothes on the bed. And then all of a sudden, he hit me with a huge bang and pushed me forward onto the bed. So he'd taken his leap onto the bed, and of course, because he can't see, he didn't know I was there. And it was like, oh my God. It felt as if someone had just like shoved me in the back, and it took me a while to realise that it was the cat, because he jumped and pushed me, and then and veered off to the side, and then ran back out the room again. So funny. So difficult for him. So, with your cat, Eileen, do you have to have it chipped or anything? Do you have to get it chipped in Canada? Microchipped? I was just trying to think then which way the scales would go going up the tail. So I'm kind of like with my head down, not able to see chat. You can't even see what I'm doing, can you? No, you don't. All right, cool. I suppose the dogs have to be like tagged or something, or the dogs here are tagged. You have to buy a license to keep them. So I always get my cats fixed, regardless of whether it's a boy or a girl. Not that I have girl cats, but I only have boy cats, but I still get them fixed. Stops them spraying and things. Hi, Pauline. All right, and sometimes you do need a license. Yeah, I just wondered if you were quite strict there in Canada. Girls are really whiny if they aren't fixed. Grand Labor Day picnic. Yeah. Yeah, girls can cause a lot of problems in neighbourhoods if they aren't fixed. But sometimes the boys will still come knocking. It's worse if they start spraying. Yuck. Yeah. Okay, Debbie, thanks for coming. Bye. Has to get used to you first, and you've got all those dogs there and that, haven't you? Eileen says she's waiting for some cat love. It's taken my boy a little while to get used to me, but he gives me lovely cuddles at nights and things now. Which is good. Let's see. Just going to outline her a little bit darker, make her stand out a little bit more. This cat, no, I don't think so. I'd be too worried about him falling over the side. Now my son will take him. He loves cats too. Did I answer for you there, Eileen? You look like quite a party you had out there, Eileen, with all the dogs there as well. Did you tell me you had a milky drink before you went? It's okay, my son just came in the room then. So Becky said Labor Day is a weekend-long holiday in America to honour the American workforce. We have Labor Day in, I think it's last week of October. In New Zealand. Nice. Ooh, can't open my paint. So I'm just going over now with some Lumiere paints. And this is the paint that gives my girls their sparkle. And you won't be able to see it on this because it's quite dark in here. I'm just having a look in the camera and you can't see it sparkling. Because there's not enough light, I don't think. No, you won't be able to see it, not enough light. I've never been to a class reunion. Let's see if I can get some sparkle on here for you to see. So that's the Lumiere paints. You can see these sparkle on there, and they're a little bit translucent as well, so you can still see the work that I've put in underneath the paint as well. Quite nice. Natasha. There you go. It's quite dark in here with the light off. Even though it is, what time is it? So there you go. It's 3rd of September, 11:34 a.m. Colour shift paint would add a new spin to your mermaids. I bet they would. Never heard of them. I quite like the Lumiere paints. Yeah, it looks quite dull with the light off, doesn't it? But when I put the light on, you can actually see the shine and the sparkle on it. I'm not worried too much when I actually take my photographs to put on my site. It will show up nice and sparkly, I hope. So I'm just deciding whether I'm going to work some more on her face to give her actual features there, or whether I'm just going to leave her sort of like misty and blurry. I don't know. Still thinking about it. I'm still thinking about it. Right. So I've got that. Now I'm just going to try and find. Okay, Eileen, thanks for joining in. See you again soon. All right. Yeah, they're metallics. They are. Bye, Eileen. Have a good night. I know it's not. Can't be night yet. It's afternoon, surely. It's yesterday afternoon, isn't it? It's yesterday afternoon for Eileen. Yeah, colour paint shifts. I really got to look into that, haven't I? I think I'm going to leave it sort of like misty and delicate looking. Just putting in some nice little bubbles in white. So you really have to get up close for this painting to see all the bits. I don't even know how clear my camera is yet because my internet is still not good. Okay, thanks for stopping by, Becky. I think I am going to leave a sort of like misty faced face. Makes her look more mysterious. maybe a little bit spooky. So I'm just going to outline the edges, and then that will be my index card done for this week. I've decided to leave her face as a just as a hint of her features. She's not quite done. No, I won't put it on. Because I'm not sure I could get it. Let's have a look. See if I could dot a really small dot. My cat's now purring on the bed behind me. Didn't like that bit, decided to take it out. Just add more shine to her hair. Well, thanks for joining me, and I have finished now. I'm just tutting. But thanks for joining me. It's really nice for you to stop on by. Now, what I normally do is when I do this is that I normally put my hand in the liquid pearls, and guess what I just did? Put my hand in it. There you go, never learn. Anyway, I'm going to call her done. Hi, Jennifer. Hi and bye. I am going now. So yeah, so thanks for joining me. And you won't be able to see all of it. I mean, she's got her face there, she's got the bubbles there and everything. And if I just put the light on, you'll be able to see the shine. So you'll be able to see the shine on there. And that's where I just put my thumb in it. I'll cover that over though before I finish off, leave her to dry, and then put her in the album. So there you go. Thanks for joining me, and it was good to see you here, and I'll see you again soon. Bye. See, that never wants to stop.